real, man.
And what is up?
Going on?
Into Askin Haskins, a remotely relevant episode. I'm your host, Rick. With me is Dan.
Hello.
And Dan Loves Men, also known as Matt.
Hey.
Such a douche.
Yeah, for real, man. What's up? Oh, man. Remember, we want you to send your questions to questions@askinhaskins.com so they can get on the main show, which we will be recording here at the end of the month. So get those questions in, and we will definitely cover them. Make sure you give us a like, subscribe, follow, share, all the good social media stuff. We have a new episode coming out next week. Game Time 3, Bigger, Badder, Beerier, Part 1. It's a two-parter, man, and we did 4 hours of freaking stuff. It was hard to cut it down to 2, and we did it. So that's definitely a fun time. Game Time episodes are definitely fun, so do not miss that. If you want to catch that now, you can always subscribe to our Patreon. And yeah, I guess that does it for the maintenance here. How you guys doing tonight?
All right.
We good? How about
Good.
you over there, Matt?
I'm
I
good.
really like not being able to see Matt's face.
I know we got to figure this out for him, man. You need to get like a new.
No, it's good this way.
Oh, you like it? You
Yeah.
like not being able to see his face?
I actually like it too.
Yeah, you probably do. It's all good. We're good. We are going to get into a topic. What do you want to say? Like a category of topics that I like to avoid around here tonight, and then we're going to probably get into a topic that none of us really care to avoid, and that'll definitely be fun. But first, let's get into remote toast.
Right. Short and sweet. To our kids, may they have successful fathers and good-looking mothers.
Oh, man.
And we lost Matt.
It's okay. We'll toast on that. That is funny. I'm sure he would be back in a second.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I do actually, while we wait for him, there he is. We will load him in. But it was actually something I wanted to get into before we got into the main topic there. You with us, Matt?
I'm here.
All right, cool. I did want to mention that our last stream, we did get muted because, for some reason the music that I bought rights to, I don't have the rights to, I guess. So I had to go through a whole huge process on that. So you're going to see some new graphics and new stuff, and hopefully you guys enjoyed that new intro. I thought it was pretty cool.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear any of it?
Mm-mm.
That sucks. Tonight's going to suck for you, dude.
Well, whatever.
Like, literally. Like, if you can't hear it. What? You need a new phone, bro.
I know.
What's up with that?
I'm
Or
as old as Dan.
you could probably, like, just go buy yourself a laptop as well.
I have a new phone.
You have a new phone?
I do. I just haven't done anything with it.
What are you waiting for, man?
I don't know.
You are, like, the weirdest guy I know, man. Like, for real. You fear change that much?
I don't really like it.
No?
No.
Oh, yes. Claudette is, she is not feeling well tonight, so she is out tonight. She will not be joining us. That was a question from Britt. Thanks for joining us tonight. I see Cindy Chambers is with us also. Awesome. Thanks to see you here. So, yeah. How do I want to approach this subject? Because I've, ever since, episode 2, no one can see Matthew.
Yeah, my video doesn't work, Cindy.
His video doesn't work. He can't hear the videos we're playing. It's just all bad on his end.
But Dan loves men.
Yes.
Hello, everybody, man.
Just
Not
wait.
really.
Just wait until he unplugs the headphones. You'll definitely hear the echo, 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 echo.
Colin's just gonna have to play video games the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, like we
Yeah.
did, right?
Yeah.
It, it'll teach him some,
No, you don't have no freaking Atari out there, man.
Oh, we don't need it. But anyhow, yeah. How like I think we did actually pretty good last month in how we approached the topic of politics. The more fringe topics that don't really mean absolutely anything to anybody, really, except for people who are really got their heads up their asses or whatnot. So I think why not do it again, right? I mean, we I don't really absolutely like to do it, but I mean, why not do, a little bit of politics in a segment that I like to call. All right, Dan, what is the two things our mothers told us not to talk about?
Religion and politics.
Yep, and here we are. I say F it. We're going to fricking do it, right? All right.
Oh yeah.
So, it ain't really, this topic here isn't anything, how do you want to say, like, really that important? But I think I have a take on this that can really actually kind of be useful maybe to someone, because politics is so divisive and everyone is so quick to plug somebody into a box, you know what I'm saying, when life is more nuanced than, blue or red. And I think that, there might be a little lesson to learn here. Have you guys heard about Oliver Anthony?
Yes.
Matthew, have you heard the song Richmond, North of Richmond?
North of Richmond.
No.
You haven't heard the song? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Like, it's a country song. I don't much care for country. I believe this dude's voice is absolutely freaking beautiful, though. I mean, it's freaking. He's got a very unique voice. I like it.
And he's got a lot more songs than that are good too.
Oh, I know.
Like I've YouTubed them all now.
No, I have not. I've only listened to that song once. And all right, I'm like the biggest lefty of the show, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And that first verse of that song, I was like, yes, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love what's going on with this song. And I don't want to play it. I wish we could, but I don't want to get muted again. So we're not, you know what I'm saying? But that first verse, it hit good. And then it got to that second verse, and I had some problems with it, like a lot of the people on the left did. And then I kind of did a little bit of more research, and I watched the one video that he did, which we'll get to here in a second. And I kind of understood a little bit where it's coming from, but I still have some arguments. But in the end, I feel like this guy is not on my side of the aisle at all, but we're on the same team. That's basically where I'm getting at. But since Matt has never heard the song, I might as well at least say the lyrics over here. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. I can read the lyrics out for him at the very least.
At least the
I
first
guess
two.
muted.
What?
At least the first two.
The first two verses?
Well, that's the one you had the problem with, right?
The second one, yeah. I mean, it's not a huge problem. It's a wording problem when you listen to his explanation of everything, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But because there are arguments to be had, nuanced arguments. I mean, it's not like, whatever, but it's a wording problem to me when it comes down to it. But anyhow, verse 1 is, I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. And there's a pre-chorus. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. Chorus. living in a new world with an old soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just want to have total control. Want to know what you think, want to know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. Because your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end because of rich men in North Richmond. Richmond, north of Richmond. Uh, dude, like, there's plenty of times in my head I've said Northman, rich of
Yeah, it's pretty, I know. I get it.
Anyhow, verse 2. All right. I wish politicians would look out for miners, miners with an I, like people who are mining, and not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, tax ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. It's still kind of funny. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, although I do not agree with it, because all these damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Then it goes back into the pre-chorus and the chorus, and that's the song.
So your problem is the whole thing where he's talking about welfare then.
I mean, it's a wording problem when you hear his, but
you realize that that's where your taxes go, really, right? It's not to fix your roads. It's not to
I
do
mean,
this.
it's not all. I get it, but I know, I understand. I get there is definitely a conversation to be had about that, but the conversation needs to stem from the system and not the person who's stuck on it. You get what I'm saying? Like, the system's no good, obviously, because once you're on it, it's very, very hard to get off of it unless something awesome happens to you. You know what I'm saying? Or you really, really work hard. You know what I'm saying?
The
So
system is flawed because they don't give
yes,
you any incentive to get off of it.
yes, that
And
is.
they give you more than what you get paid.
Yes, I get it. There is a nuanced conversation to have with that, but yes, that was my problem with it. But that is not really the total topic of this conversation that I'm having, because you have like the alt-right who took this song as a anthem and they were loving it, you know what I'm saying? And you had the lefties, all of us who were all condemning it, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, things are what they are, but let me pull up a video here and have, where is it? Jeez, why would it take me out of here? I'm going to pull up a video and have the guy explain it for himself, even though Matt can't hear it. So I guess we'll have to explain it to him at some point. So let's open this up and where is it? There it is. And play.
I can actually hear
I'm
it.
muted.
Anything for me to address at all with
What?
that?
I can actually hear it.
Can you?
Yeah.
Huh?
Okay, cool. Can you hear it, Dan?
You know, it's
Yeah, I hear
the
it.
one thing
I've seen this before already.
Cool.
is seeing people wrap politics up into this. I'm disappointed to see, like, it's aggravating seeing people on conservative news try to identify with me like I'm one of them. It's aggravating seeing certain musicians and politicians act like we're buddies and act like we're fighting the same struggle here, like that we're trying to present the same message. You know, I've had a lot of people reach out to me, and I tried to be polite to everybody, and I've talked to hundreds of people the last 2 weeks. But it seems like certain people want to just ride the attention of this song to maybe make them their own selves relevant, and that's aggravating as hell. The other thing that I find aggravating is, well, you know, like, it was funny seeing my song in the. It was funny seeing it at the presidential debate, because it's like I wrote that song about those people, you know. So for them to have to sit there and listen to that, that cracks me up. But it was funny kind of seeing the response to it. Like, that song has nothing to do with Joe Biden, you know? It's a lot bigger than Joe Biden. That song is written about the people on that stage, and a lot more too, not just them, but definitely them. It's cool seeing some of my other music come out, because people are I guess, starting to appreciate and understand what it is I'm really trying to say. It's hard to get a message out about your political ideology or your belief about the world in 3 minutes and some change. But I do hate to see that song being weaponized. Like I see the right trying to characterize me as one of their own, and I see the left trying to discredit me, I guess in retaliation. That shit's got to stop. If you watch the response videos on YouTube of the song, it's not conservative people responding to the song. It's not even necessarily Americans responding to the song. I don't know that I've seen anything get such positive response from such a diverse group of people. And I think that terrifies the people that I sing about in that song. And they've done everything they can the last 2 weeks to make me look like a fool, to spin my words, to try to stick me in a political bucket. And they can keep trying, but I'm just going to keep on writing. And I've got a lot of words to put down on paper, and I've got a lot of songs to put to chords, and I don't know what my music career is going to look like. I don't know how many shows I'm going to do and how many tours I'm going to put on, but I am going to stay true to my word. I'm going to write. I'm going to write, produce, and distribute authentic music that represents people and not politics. I do feel compelled to address something. Since I have addressed the conservatives, I do need to address the left as well, because they're sending a message out that initial song that sort of shot me up the radar, Richmond, North of Richmond, is an attack against the poor. If you listen to my other music, it's obvious that all of my songs that reference class defend the poor. Doggone is a good example of that. Needles in the street, folks hardly surviving on sidewalks next to highways full of cars self-driving. The poor keep hurting and the rich keep thriving. It's like, that's what I like to sing about. And, you know, the English language is interpretive, and so I do understand, like, there may be some people who misunderstood my words in Richmond, North of Richmond. But I've got to be clear that my message, like with any of my songs, it references the inefficiencies of the government because of the politicians within it that are engulfed in bribes and extortion. And, you know, the words say that there's people on the street with nothing to eat and the obese milking welfare. That references a news article I read earlier this summer that adolescent kids in Richmond are missing meals over the summer because their parents can't afford to feed them and they're not in school to eat cafeteria lunch. And meanwhile, I think like 30 or 40% of the food bought with welfare or EBT money is in a classification of like snack food and soda. I think 10% spent on soda, and I want to say like 20 or 30% spent on junk food. And that's not the fault of those people. Welfare only makes up a small percentage of our budget. You know, we can fuel a proxy war in a foreign land, but we can't take care of our own. That's all the song's trying to say. It's just saying that the government takes people who are needy dependent and makes them needy and dependent. And at some point I will dissect all my lyrics of all my songs if that's what I need to do. I mean, 30-some million people understood what I was saying, but it only takes a few to try to derail the train, you know, to try to send out false narratives. And I'm sure there'll be more of that to come. It's like, it's driving people crazy to see the unity that's come from this, from all walks. This isn't a Republican and Democrat thing. This isn't even a United States thing. Like, this has been a global response. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Go on YouTube and watch all the response videos, you know? And don't shoot the messenger. Like, I'm a nobody. It's my belief that divine intervention has put me in this position in this point in time to get a message across, and that's all there is to it. Like, I'm nobody special. You know, I feel terrible almost that I've been put in this place, because there are a lot of artists and musicians out there that are far more talented, that have put in way more hours than me. Like, I don't deserve to sit in the top 5 places on the iTunes charts. And the truth is, I really could give a shit less about the iTunes charts. What I care about is connecting with people. What I care about is I don't know what this country is going to look like in 10 or 20 years.
All right. Oh, my bad. Oh, what am I doing here? All right. I'm going to cut it out there, simply because there really isn't much there. You can tell the dude is genuine. He's not some fake dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not some type of plant or whatever. But first off, before you let me hear my problems with that video first. Okay? And then we'll get to it, all right?
All right, fair enough.
Right. First off, like, he said he's mad people bring politics into it, but it's a political song. It's about the people in DC. It's a political song, so your people are going to bring.
No, that's not what he said he was mad about. He was mad that the politicians were using it like an anthem on the stage.
I get that, but overall, he's saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was kind of like the message there.
I don't know.
And then secondly, the other part is he said that the English language is an interpretive language, and that is not true in my opinion. It is a descriptive language, which is basically the opposite, but it takes very, very fine skill to make it interpretive. You get what I'm saying? It takes like, you have to be skilled, and that's why there's poets. You get what I'm saying? Like, poetry is not easy. And, you know, but I mean, obviously songwriting is a form of poetry, but I really think there was an opportunity for him to choose his words a little bit better, in my opinion. That's just me. But either way, as I said, my opinion is that we're not on me and this guy are not on the same side of the aisle, but we're on the same team. Like, we're there. We're almost speaking the same language. Or just in different places on it. And it is what it is. And I think the guy's genuine, and I'm a fan, whatever.
All right, fair enough. I'll leave it there. And if you haven't seen his interview with Joe Rogan, you should go watch it.
I didn't get to it, and I know that he did it, and I wasn't, like, I had so much to do.
Go watch it. It's good.
But, Matt, do you have anything to say?
No, I don't really want to say anything.
Okay. That's fine. It's cool. It's good. You're all right, man. I mean, it is what it is. But I want to play someone here who basically sums it up for me. He's one of my favorite political commentators. And he pretty much, you know, kind of sums up what I can't say, considering that I'm not always that articulate. So we're going to go with this one here.
Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we are going to talk about somebody that I haven't talked about, but y'all been asking me to. For the last, I don't know, 10, 12 days, I've probably gotten a dozen messages a day to talk about a specific person. And I didn't ignore it, but I didn't make a video about it. And we're about to find out why. But things have changed. Something I expected to happen has occurred. Not exactly in the way I thought it was going to, but we're here. So we're going to talk about Oliver Anthony today. If you don't know who that is, he's a person who's been making music for a couple of years. And recently, one of his songs, the Richmond, North of Richmond, it clicked. It resonated with a bunch of people. But the authoritarian right picked it up and was like, this is our anthem type of thing. And that led to a whole bunch of conversation about the guy, about the music, about the lyrics, everything. And this is when the messages started coming in. When they came in, I looked into him a little bit. One of the things I found out is that some of his earlier covers and music led me to believe that, well, he might not be authoritarian right. That might not be who he is. And then I found something where he code switched. He used a customer service voice, dropped his accent a little bit. And if you don't know, there are demographics all around the country that at times will alter the way they speak, because the way they speak, the perception is that you're ignorant based on your accent or just the way you speak in general. A lot of people, if they are concerned about their message being understood, well, they learn how to speak without that accent. And for some people, they might go years in their professional life downplaying their accent, using a non-regional accent, so they can be more clearly understood and so they don't get mistaken for an extra from Justified. If you don't know that phenomenon exists, it does. And the fact that it does is one of the reasons this channel exists. But here's the thing about people who do that. They're never authoritarian right. Ever. The authoritarian right, now they lean into the accent. They don't downplay it when they're speaking in public. They play it up. Why? Because it gives them credibility amongst us ignorant country bumpkins, I guess. So when I saw that, I didn't know what his politics were. He may not be on my team, but I knew he wasn't on the team of the people who were saying that, he had created their anthem. So as far as I was concerned, not my business. Get your iTunes money, dude. I also figured that anybody who was concerned about their message getting out and being understood, seeing their message misappropriated, would eventually grate, iTunes money or not. And I figured that something would happen and it would bother him. And eventually he would release a song clarifying where he was at politically. Okay, I was wrong about that. Not about the whole it starting to grate, but about him releasing a song. Apparently, it appears that the catalyst was seeing his message be misappropriated in the Republican primary debates. And he didn't release a song, but about an hour ago at time of filming, he released a video on YouTube.
Video we just watched.
In which he kind of says, hey, I wrote that song about the people on that stage. He's much more polite about it in tone. And he does clarify that it's not just the people on the stage. There's more to it than that. But it does appear that he wants it clear that he is not part of the authoritarian right. That leads to the obvious question. Well, I mean, for the people who are watching this channel, what is he, right? I don't know. I have no idea. My guess, if I had to guess, and to be clear, I don't know the guy. I know that there is a perception in a lot of YouTube that, every YouTuber who sounds like we do knows each other. That's not the case. I don't know this guy. But if I had to guess, he's a small government conservative. We talk about him on the channel, and most people from the city are like, those people don't really exist. No, they do. They're just normally very rural, and there's not a lot of
I've seen a couple of his videos before.
That's, if I had to guess. And again,
Probably you shared them.
It is a guess.
Probably. He's one of my favorite. Both of
That's
Scala.
what he is. And I know there's been a lot of conversation about some of the lyrics, particularly a part about welfare. I have been around enough small government conservatives to hear that not as welfare is bad, but the system that welfare creates in the sense of helping people isn't bad, but creating a system that makes it almost impossible to get off is. And that's generally where small government conservatives come from on it. Now, I don't know that that's his opinion of it, though. One thing that I do think is worth noting when you try to figure out where he is at, politically speaking, ideologically speaking, is that in one interview, he was talking about what it would take to fix the country. And one of the things he mentioned, and it might have been the first thing that he mentioned, was becoming a melting pot again, because diversity is one of the things that built this country. Definitely not authoritarian right. So, I don't know where the guy aligns. Okay, no clue. He seems to be pretty religious. That may play into it. It'd be super cool if it was, biblical Jesus, not Republican Jesus, that he leaned into.
I like that term.
We'll have to wait and see.
Right?
Yeah.
I doubt that this is going to be the last we hear from this dude. And
You're awesome,
I
baby.
have a feeling like a whole lot of the
Oops, my bad, wrong thing. Let me get back to the end of
who
that.
have been
Thought that was Matt coming back.
really kind of championing him and putting him out there. They're
Well,
probably
we might have pissed him off.
I don't know.
You know how he gets, man.
But
I don't know
at the
why
same
that
time,
we made
I
him
don't
mad.
think-
There ain't nothing bad. I thought I was being
So
pretty
we'll have to wait
reasonable.
and see. Again,
No, you
I
are,
know
but
guys
he
like
wants to
Al
go off
Davis.
about it, and he doesn't really want to go off about it.
I know that he was
You know?
misinterpreted, and I know that he is not authoritarian right. I have no idea where he is, though. But he did not seem happy about the way his music was used. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.
Alrighty. So yeah, that pretty much sums up. Like, I saw that video and I was like, yeah. But that was Bo, the fifth column.
Right.
Anybody who wants to check him out on YouTube, Facebook, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, definitely, man. He's definitely one of my favorite level-headed political commentator, if you will.
Right.
But that's what I'm like saying, man. Like, the nuance to this story is that not everyone fits into a box. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, no, we're people, man.
Yeah.
We're not.
exactly. And there's a lot of people who want to fit themselves into a box.
Right.
You
Because
know
it belongs.
Right.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And I think that's where the discourse comes from, because if you really look at not the politicians, but the people, whether you be Republican or Democrat or, whatever,
Whatever. Yeah.
liberal, conservative, like, a lot of issues we agree on. There are some issues we probably never will agree on. And a lot of those are very high wedge issues, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But there are a lot of things that, and even polling shows, like, even if you are moderately paying attention to politics, like, polling shows that there are a lot of things that we are all in favor for, and none of it ever gets done. And that's because we do not live in a representative democracy. Well, we do live in a representative democracy.
Well-
They're just not representing us. They're representing corporations and
Right. Yeah. They don't do anything that doesn't pay back
Right.
doing it.
It's
Like,
all
there's just
about money.
corporate America.
Yep, for sure. But I think we will take a break. Maybe I'll
Right.
reach out to Matt and see where.
Yeah, I'm texting them right now, dude.
Okay, let them know that we're getting on to a lighter subject, religion, next time. So.
Yeah. I'm just asking, you coming back?
Right?
I don't know what the hell he's got going on.
Who knows? Maybe he just hopped out and can't join for the rest of the night. Either way, we are going to take ourselves about a 10-minute break here. I hope you guys enjoy the Askin Haskins rewind we have here in the break. Make sure you are sending your questions to questions@askinhaskins.com so we can get them on the next studio recording session, which is
Coming up
at the end of the month. Make sure if you want to support us, join our Patreon, patreon.com/askinhaskins. You get, episodes 2 weeks early and afterthoughts, which we will be doing right after this. which is a live episode for just our Patreon subscribers. So yeah, let's get ourselves to the break, and I will see you guys in about. Well, we'll see them in 10 minutes. Try to be back in like 7, Dan.
I got you.
And let's see what's
I'll
going.
pass.
Right. Let's see what's going on with Matt. Okay.
All right.
All righty. We are going to get to first sip right now. What is the first sip of the night, Matthew?
All right.
I think it's on you tonight.
Yeah, it is. So we got zombie dust. Can you see it?
And we see it.
Dust. What kind? What is it?
I wish I could put it in
Pale
front of
ale.
Dan's face.
What kind of pale ale?
All right, hold on. Let me read this. All right, so it is a undead pale ale.
Undead pale
Okay.
ale.
It says this intensely hopped and gushing undead pale ale will
It's so
be
moist.
one's only respite after the zombie apocalypse.
The apocalypse.
Whatever. It was a big word.
The apocalypse. You gotta
Right.
watch out for the apocalypse.
Created with our marvelous friends in the comic book industry, and the art is by Tim Seeley.
The art
So,
is?
Tim
art.
Seeley is a comic book artist.
All right.
Okay, he is most notable for
He did some Matt did some research for this. I am totally
Wow.
holy shit. I am so
Remind me to tell you something when we're done.
Relax. He typed it into Google.
that's
Google is our
that's
friend.
called research.
yeah, for sure.
So, I get points for this. I should anyway. Anyway, so
He's
Tim
trying to
Seeley-
gain points.
Tim Seeley is most noted for, and this is going to be something that Rick enjoys, and myself. I'm a comic book fan. Grayson
I did like that comic. That was a
Yep.
very good comic.
and
it's good stuff.
Nightwing,
Nightwing,
which
yep.
is also Dick Grayson. I don't know if you know that he's Nightwing. Anyway,
Yes.
and G.I. Joe are the ones he is most noted for. So that is a little
G.I.
bit about
Joe's
Tim
cool.
Seeley.
Wow, I cannot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you that applause, Matt, because
yeah, yep.
Yeah, typical
can I say
American. Now we
something?
know everything about the artist on the package, but nothing about the beer.
Well, we're gonna figure out about
Do
the
you
beer
always
here in a
look at
second.
the artist or who illustrates?
No, but I just said that he was a comic book
Well,
artist,
just
so I
thought-
wanted to look it up.
You know, Grandpa used to do that.
Oh.
Right? He used to breed everything,
Yeah.
even who illustrated it. And that's why I asked. Because
I'm not as smart as our grandpa.
I do. When I'm reading comics, I take a look at who's
Yeah,
drawing stuff
yeah.
and
I'm a
who's
huge
the writer.
fan of
not
Nightwing,
many
by the
people,
way.
not many people
Damn
do.
straight, me too.
I think he's a better Batman than Batman. Don't tell Rick. So we are currently opening this.
Hey, I named my son
you
after.
did, and that's why I said that you would love it. Here's the first one. Goes to our boss.
right.
Obviously. It's in our
Zombie Dust.
It's
3
in our-
Floyds.
it's in our contract. We have to do it that way.
Yeah, he's me.
It is a very cool can.
Yeah. this
One
is a
day there
really
will-
cool can.
One day there will be a contract. I guarantee it.
Yep.
Put that over
Yep.
there for me. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. Wow, this is a pretty sweet can.
I'm trying
just
to
gonna-
look here.
I'm
Hold
just
on
gonna-
a second. There's
I
a
wanna
piece of
open it. I just wanna keep
information
it.
that you had missed here, and I cannot
okay.
find it.
Oh, the percentage?
6.5% alcohol
Oh,
by
yes.
volume.
That's
Yes.
nothing to
So who-
smoke
Not as
at.
high as Dan's,
Who's
but
had the highest?
Dan.
Mine.
Dan, so far.
Just stay in
I'm
there
gonna-
10%.
I'm already giving it a 1 for the cool can. I'm actually going to keep one of these, honestly.
So basically,
Which is something
it
we used to
already
do.
has a 1. So even if it's a 1, it'll be a 2.
Yes.
He used to rate his own beer.
I think we used to do this back in the day. me,
We
Rick,
all
But
and
if it's
Dan.
a negative one, it's a 0.
It looks like Skeletor.
Kind of.
Wow, good job. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Here's the deal, Matt. You gotta.
A little bit, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Dan made the rule. You gotta make a toast.
All right, you ready?
That's got one of my favorite toasts.
Yeah, this is gonna be
I'm
this is
doing
gonna
it,
be
yeah,
a
I
great
don't know why.
toast. You ready? All right.
Yep.
All right.
Here's the breezes, which blows through the trees, which lifts the skirts above the knees, to expose the spot which teases, pleases, and spreads diseases.
Good Lord.
Oh, what a snatch down the hatch, bros.
Roast.
What?
I knew it
I've
was
never
coming.
heard
I
that
knew it was
before.
coming.
ever.
You've never been to a bar with Matt?
Oh,
So,
God.
all 3 beers that we have tasted so far to
Pretty
me
similar.
That hits you
have
right
been
in the
pretty
face.
similar. This tastes like weed.
Yeah.
It does.
I wouldn't know what that tastes
And it
like.
hit me right in the face. As soon as it tastes, I mean, you could just taste it.
Like it tastes like it tastes like
Say
weed.
you don't know what weed tastes like.
You know what?
Lie.
From the whoever created Zombie Dust, you guys, I mean, excellent package can.
Yeah, I mean, if we're rating it on the package and the can, for sure,
boy,
but
your beer
we can't
sucks.
rate it on that, man.
Your beer sucks.
There's
Stick
like
to
a,
drawing.
there's like a
They needed someone to draw something pretty awesome.
I think
Factory that
maybe
makes,
you
like,
should get one or
stone
two
stuff.
more
Called the
Floyds
Stoner
into
Ink.
this. That sucks.
Oh, if you
yeah, that hits you right in the face, doesn't it?
That is a straight up. That is a straight up 1.5.
Tastes like skunk.
Ugh.
I don't think I need to remind anybody that
I
this
can't even
segment
take- do
is
we have
not
to- oh, we have to
sponsored by anybody
at all.
at all. Damn, that is the worst.
Yeah.
That's the worst one so far, guys.
That does taste like unhappy.
I don't know.
Like I haven't found like
It's okay.
Dude, that's like somebody had like just ran a marathon and you rang out their socks into this. Can.
oh jeez.
Do you feel that way?
It tastes like getting dropped off in an orphanage.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah, at a Catholic church.
Pretty bad. I can't even do one on
Because
that.
you know you're getting
No.
touched.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You'll
Yeah,
learn
that's-
to like it.
it's bad, but
So that's still a 1. Like you don't get any.
It does taste like socks.
1.5.
Yeah.
1.5 for you.
Yeah, because I don't know why my taste buds are so messed up since COVID.
No,
I can't.
it's
I still
taste
can't even
buds are
smell
taste
since
buds.
2020.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you have the thing called long COVID.
Yeah.
They call that long haulers. Whatever.
It tastes like I'm angry at my tongue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I can smell.
That is not great.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that's not
not
good. You can
good
put that
at
over there.
all, guys.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I would give it a 0.
I'd still give it 1- just because it's not 1-, 1.5.
That's
Can.
a 0 on my part.
Yeah.
0, guys. 0.
I give it
And-
to Karen so
and
she can
Tim
go get my
Seeley,
money
don't-
back.
Right?
Don't quit drawing. Don't
Please
quit
don't make
drawing.
beers anymore.
Don't quit drawing, buddy. Because I mean,
Yeah,
I know
no.
you just did the package and everything, but
You're a fantastic drawer,
yeah.
artist.
Good lord.
Maybe that's what we should do is also rate it on the packaging.
All right.
Okay.
So we'd have to go retro
Well,
then.
Dan's doesn't get any because
We don't have to retroactive anything.
No, but you could just score it now.
Yeah. I mean, my packaging was pretty cool. So
Yeah.
Let me see your packaging.
Your cans.
But mine
actually
had
pretty cool,
2
too.
times Juicy Jolt.
Yeah, you're
he
right.
did have the juicy jolt.
I'm gonna rate Rick's like a 4.
On
just the
packaging?
can?
Yeah.
I'd give his.
Well,
a
then if we're
4.
doing that with just packaging, I give mine a 5 because it's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'd give yours.
Yeah, I give yours a 5.
for sure.
4.5
If Rick's
on
is a
yours.
4, yours
I
is
like-
a
Actually,
5.
I'll
I
give you a
appreciate
5
the
'cause I
comic
agree.
drawing, so I give it a
red.
5.
I like the red can too.
I like
man.
the
The
skeleton
problem
on
is
it.
it's totally offsetted by the taste of 0.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
0.
The thing about my
What did you
packaging
look
is
like?
it said 9.5%.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know.
and it was
Yours
orange.
did it. Actually, I could probably
The selling point.
drink that beer. Like if I
Yeah.
had to drink that
Yeah.
beer, I could drink that beer. This beer,
Oh
no.
God, that's
I
bad.
know our
And that's why it's zombie.
boss
Those-
likes to dress like one, but he does not drink like a hipster. Let's just be real. I mean, I know there's a lot of hipsters out there who would probably love this beer, but that is awful.
Yeah, awful.
Oh, the zombie dust is the dead guy ale that came back to life.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got skunked.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they did. They took that beer,
Yeah.
skunked it, and
What
put
are
it
we
in a
gonna do with this?
can.
Get somebody to draw a cool picture and
Wasn't
put it on a
Rolling Rock or
can.
something?
We'll
Got
sell
it.
this shit.
Right.
Yeah. Got hit with a juicy jolt 2
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
2 times Juicy Jolt.
2 times.
Times Juicy Joe.
And then
Say it 5 times fast.
and then came to life as a crap beer.
How we doing? Stop this. We get back into the game here. Make sure you are liking the stream, smashing that like button, all them other reactions. If you're up on Facebook, do that other good stuff, like, subscribe, follow, share, all that good stuff, wherever you're watching, Facebook, YouTube. Hook us up. Make sure you're subscribing to us on Facebook. We need more subscribers. All of our fans are on I meant YouTube. All of our fans are on Facebook. We need more subscribers on YouTube. So hook that up. Make sure if you want to, give us if you want to support us, I should say, check us out on patreon.com/AskinHaskins. Anyhow, I don't think Matt's returning.
Neither do I.
Yeah, that's a shame. I did not think that this particular topic of politics would be so decisive. I mean,
that's why our mother said it.
Yeah, I guess so. You're a little muffled, man.
Hold on. Where is it? Is that better?
No.
Really not?
No, really. Technical difficulties. We still hear you.
No, I can still try to say speaker. I haven't done that yet.
All right. Either way, it's all good, man. But yeah, I did not think that would go that way. But anyhow, we should probably get back into. We're good, Dan.
It's already done.
No, you're good.
You hear me?
I hear you fine. It was my fault. I turned the volume down on my board.
Jackass.
Hey, user error. I'm allowed to have errors here, man. I'm not exactly
Operator headspace error.
I'm not exactly the professional. You know what I mean?
You're good, brother.
Trying to be. You know what I'm saying?
Is it better now, though? Like, it's fine now?
Oh, it's totally fine. Yeah, everything's fine.
Cindy, do I sound muffled still?
No, she doesn't. She can hear you. I guarantee it. Everything's fine on my end. And that's what's going out on that end.
All right. Fair enough.
See, there we go. Britt says we sound better. So we're good to go. But all right. Well, let's for the record, not do this segment in future freaking.
No, listen, it's just so funny because I had no idea you were going to talk about Oliver Anthony. And
Right.
I've been researching the motherfucker for, I don't know, since he blew up, you know?
Right. Yeah. I almost kind of figured. But no, it was something that kind of caught my attention just because my first reaction was yuck, you know what I'm saying? And then you dive in deeper and
Right.
you should do the research and you look and you find out that while he's not on my side, he's still, you know what I'm saying, in a way working
There
for
is no
some of the
side,
same
man.
goals. You know what I'm saying? I know, I get it. I get the nuance is what we're talking about. No one really actually fits in a box, no matter how hard you try to.
Nobody.
So I get it.
Yeah.
But how about we talk a little bit about religion?
Fair enough. Why not?
Why not keep going? We'll dig ourselves a grave.
I don't care.
see, the thing is the funny thing about this is when I decided to actually go with this, because honestly, it was a really slow news month unless you're paying attention to politics. And the only real political story that I thought wouldn't be that decisive was this story, but obviously, I hit a nerve somewhere. But it is what it is, Hopefully this doesn't ruin his plans for the end of the month, because we're definitely gonna have more fun than this. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Topic of religion.
Yeah. Well, we're in the same room. He can't just run away.
No, he can't. No, that's another thing about it. Like, he's gonna have to face it. I should probably do a whole episode.
That's why we started this show. It's because us arguing is what
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't.
It's not arguing. Like I typed arguing when I was texting them earlier, and I said debating. I changed it to debating because it's not.
Right.
I ain't mad at it for anything. Like,
no, I mean that's why I picked this particular topic. Like I picked the freaking UFO topic last month.
Right.
I mean, it was definitely because it was absolutely because it was so freaking off the charts and nobody really cared about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I figured this topic here, I don't think I said anything bad. You know what I'm saying? I tried to.
No, he's never heard the song before, and then you read the lyrics, and he's a hardcore conservative.
I guess, man. I thought maybe he would have a little bit of. I thought I was being very generous. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what it is, man.
I understand me and Matt are never going to be equal on some ideas of the aspects of this world. I understand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I walked into it this way, but
yeah,
I don't care. Like at the end of the day, I don't care about any of that crap. I just want to have fun. And I thought this was
right.
I thought this was a more relatively fun topic when it came to politics. There's nothing else that happened this month. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to talk about freaking the deeps and get deep into politics. And
I just don't get all of a sudden Matt doesn't want to argue. What the fuck is that?
Right? For real. That is true. Yeah, I don't get it, dude. I really don't.
We'll get to him offline.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get him to argue here soon. But
right, so let's piss off some Christians.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna get to that for sure, because that's what we do around here. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a screwy game changer. Like, even if he had something to argue about, I would listen to it. You know what I'm saying? As I always do. I'm not gonna shy away from an argument. That's what that's a quarter of why we're here. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, right. Yeah, exactly. Anyhow, quick disclaimer, I guess. We're here at Askin Haskins are known atheists. I want to let everyone know that all of us, I think we're all in agreement on this when it comes to it's the one thing we all agree on, I believe. Is that, but this point that I'm about to say is we all agree that if you are religious, we have nothing against you. More power to you. Me personally, I am sometimes, there's Olaf there for if you guys want to see him. Me personally am kind of jealous sometimes of people with high faith because they have so much, so much faith. You know what I'm saying? But anyhow, I want to get to a TikToker, and I wish Claudette was here with us because she sent me this TikToker, and I watched a few of them today, and she makes a lot of sense. So let's get to at least one or two of these before we got to get out of here and go on over to afterthoughts. So yeah, let's do it. All right.
Maybe the reason you believe we all deserve to go to hell is because you've been programmed by a high control religion to believe that being a human being is a punishable offense. I think teaching people that our default destination is hell and that by just being born humans we deserve to go to hell is a very convenient way for people to control you. It's also a great way for them to get you to turn on other people and to reduce people down to just being sinners rather than actually looking at their humanity. Because I think Christianity tends to strip people of their humanity. They take the most human traits we have and they turn them into offenses against God. And instead of just being able to accept that we are here put on this earth to experience this existence as humanity and all of the highs and lows of being a human, maybe we're not supposed to feel ashamed for being human. Maybe we weren't supposed to be born into a world that tells us we are naturally broken. Maybe a God of love and grace and compassion wouldn't create us only to condemn us. I think any religion that would teach you that God would create you just to condemn you is just trying to condemn you and control you. They're not trying to get you closer to God. So if you do believe in a God of love and grace and compassion, you believe that God is good and you believe that God created you and created you to be a human, you really should ask yourself why God would condemn you for being exactly what he created you to be.
Right?
Yeah, fair enough.
There's a lot of sense
Yeah, what
that
argument?
it makes, you know. And like I said, like I don't know. I sometimes don't understand how people can believe in that religion. Like I just don't understand because it contradicts itself in so many ways.
Well, it's because people are taught it at such a young age that
It's just
when you're fucking young, you believe in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
that is true. That is.
so what? It's not that big of a stretch for a ominous being in the sky, you know? Like, it's not.
I never thought of it that way, Dan, but that is actually pretty like yeah. That is totally the truth there. Absolutely. you'll believe in anything, you know?
Right?
Here, here's another one. Say what?
It's harder to make somebody not believe something they believe in than to make them believe in something they've never believed in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
it. It is a different, because we don't want to think we've been duped.
Right.
That's our biggest human flaw, man.
All right, let me show another one here. Let me give her some credit here. Her name is Christy Burke on TikTok.
Letting Jesus take the punishment for sins that you committed so that you don't have to face the consequences for sins that you committed is the opposite of taking accountability. If you truly believe that sin is an offense against God and that when you sin, you deserve to be eternally punished, and you also believe that you are a sinner and you have sinned against God, then the best way you could take accountability is by facing the punishment for your crimes, not letting someone innocent face the punishment while you get to walk free. You're walking around telling people who are non-believers that they are not taking accountability while claiming to be the one taking accountability. When at the end of our lives, if what you say is true, we're going to be punished for our sins, we'll be taking accountability for those sins by being punished for that. So why is it you think it's okay to escape punishment for your crimes and let someone else take the punishment? And why do you think that you're taking accountability for your actions by doing so, when all you have to do is believe in God in order for all of your sins to be forgiven and for you to walk free?
Yeah. Right? I mean,
Yeah,
she ain't lying.
No, she ain't.
She is not lying at all. I think we have time for one more. What do you think? One more. We'll do this one here. Oh, man. That's not good, dude. Oh, I'm just reading the chat there about, I mean, it's real.
Oh.
I think it's real. So, I mean, but hey, I guess we got to be careful about this kind of stuff, right?
It's not a kid show, man.
It's not. We are a family show in that we are family, and that's it. That's where we draw the line on that. Let's play this last one here.
You are actually right here. There are no morals in atheism, because atheism isn't a position on morality. Atheism isn't a position on anything except for the existence of God. And Christians love to use this argument as a way to prove God, because if they can prove that objective moral values exist, then they can prove that there is an objective moral value giver and that therefore there must be God, which you're just ignoring all of the other possibilities. But even if you could prove that God exists because objective moral values exist, you have a long stretch to get to the Christian God. And since we know that atheists are capable of acting morally and Christians are capable of acting immorally, then we can see that God is not needed, especially the Christian God is not needed in the equation of determining moral values. And whether morality is objective or subjective or relative, it really doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter where the moral values come from. As a group, as humanity,
get with
we
Askin
can come
Haskin.
together like in clusters and
solving
we can determine
problems.
moral values that benefit
unintentionally.
all of us as a whole.
Unintentionally.
Some people choose to be ignorant, and some people choose to be selfish when they're coming together with the group to determine what they think is ethical ethical or moral. But that's just humanity. That's just how things work. We all have different perspectives, different ideas, different approaches, different moral values. The goal is for us to come together and try to blend that as much as possible so we can create a system that benefits everyone. But the bottom line is that all of us can come to moral conclusions without God. And since we can agree that people who don't believe in or follow the Christian God are capable of being moral, but their morality doesn't matter in the eyes of this God because they don't worship and believe in him, and he's going to punish them for all of the bad things they did without considering any of the moral things that they did, then there's really no reason to bring morality into the argument when you're defending Christianity, because at the end of the day, Christianity doesn't care about morality. Christianity cares about belief. What you do doesn't matter. What you believe does. So you can't gatekeep morality and then claim that morality doesn't even matter when it comes to God.
Amen.
Fair enough. Yes.
I mean, for real. I mean,
Well, the thing though, like, honestly, like, if the only reason you're a good person is because you're afraid of hell,
yeah,
you're not a good person. You're not. Like, it's
I believe I've said that before, but yes.
Well, I know it's memes all over Facebook every day and shit too. But
yeah, but it is a definitely true saying, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, morality is not a religious concept. It's a human concept. Either you have morals or you don't, and it's like politics. It's gray, man. Sometimes you're moral on some issues, and sometimes you're amoral on others. You know, what I'm saying? Like there is no one box of morality. You know, it's a freaking smorgasbord, man. I mean, some people have morals that, you know, align certain ways, and some people don't. But as I will always say when we talk about topics of religion, if you are religious, I don't care if Christian, Muslim, whatever, more power to you. I hope that it brings you peace in your life, because that's ultimately what it's supposed to be about. If it doesn't bring you peace in your life, then maybe you should take a moral check and take a look at what's happening inside the mind of you. And mindy, yeah, I don't know. I lost my words there for a second. You get it. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, it is time for us to get out of here. We are going to head on over and do some afterthoughts here at 11:30. That gives you plenty of time to sign up at our Patreon. We do a live show called Afterthoughts, and you can sign up and catch us there, and we will continue on. Maybe we'll do some more, you know, videos of this girl, and maybe we'll talk about everything that happened tonight. We'll have our afterthoughts, and we'll continue drinking for sure.
Hey, cheers. Thanks for watching.
Yes, thanks for watching. No, yeah. More power to you, Cindy, for sure. I mean, it is what it is, and we love you either way. It's not about hate or anything. So, but yes, we're gonna get out of here. Join us at Afterthoughts, patreon.com/Askin Haskins. You can get our episodes early, and there's tons of bonus content that you can just dive into. So, I mean, it's not just early episodes and all that kind of stuff. So we will get out of here, and we are going to, just I'll send you a link here in a second, Dan, and just hop on in when you're ready. Take a break, and we will get started at 11:30 with Afterthoughts. Have a good one, guys. We will catch you on the flip side.
Peace.
All right, we're going to call this one Sunshine. You're my sunshine, only sunshine. Make me happy. Skies are gray, never know much I love you. Please don't take sunshine away, shine away. Never know much I love you. Just don't take my sunshine away, shine away. You never know how much I love you, but don't take my sunshine away, shine away. Other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, dreamt I held you in my arms when I woke here. I was mistaken, and I hung my head, and I cried, never know how much I love. Please don't take my sunshine away, shine away. Never know how much I love. Please don't take my sunshine away, shine away. Sunshine, only sunshine, make me happy. Skies are gray, never know. Two is for you, oh no. Please don't take my sunshine away, shine away. Never know much I love you. Please don't take sunshine away, shine away. Never know much I love. Please don't take my sunshine away, shine away. I'm my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy. Skies are gray, never know.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Askin, Haskins,